Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm going to be taking my first look at the Benyar Chinese watch brand. I think it's Chinese. You have to comment if that's wrong. But from my impression of how they write things and stuff like that, I'd say this is a Chinese brand. Initially, the box would come in this little cardboard outside cover, but just because I'm lazy, I didn't want to put it back on. And sorry for how I sound. It's I'm just getting over a cold, so it's still in my nose a little bit. So anyway, that's enough about that. Let's get on to the actual watch review. So initial look at the box. We've got a simple sort of cardboard thin style box here, almost like a glasses case, with a nice embossed silver chrome, well, not silver, but a chrome finish to the Benyar logo on the front. I'm not sure what the logo is meant to be. If you guys know, drop a comment. A nice folding lid to it as well. Very, very light in terms of the weight. A nice little folding lip to the end of the lid here. Just to unbox that here. Going on. Inside, we've just got this simple piece of fabric, or cushion. Our Benyar cleaning cloth. Little manual. Guaranteed cards. So you do get a lot for your money in terms of what's in the package. Very, very nice secure cushion there with all of our sort of stuff here. So let's put that back in there just for a second. To the side. So here we go, guys. This is the Benyar 5140. So, just a little bit about the watch before we move on to the in-depth detail of the face. We've got a 45mm case diameter with a 14.5mm case thickness. Retails at, when I bought it, £31.18, so a very, very specific price there on Amazon. Weighs 80 grams and operates on a quartz movement. Little look at the face. We've got a sunray style, a light sunray style navy blue face going on the back there, as you can see from the light reflecting around the face. We've got the chronograph set with a 24-hour readout as well. We've got the chronograph set out of 90-degree angle, so usually you'd have 1, 2 and 3. With this one, it's offset by 90 degrees. Looking at the hands and the increments, we've got fully luminous increments, fully luminous hands, all with stainless steel detailing going on, and then the same for the chronographs as well. The second hand is not luminous, it just looks like it is because of the light. But no, we've got a non-luminous second hand there that ticks round. And does it line up with the increments? Doesn't quite line up with the increments, but you can't expect too much quality from £31. Right, let's have a look at the buttons. You've got a second sort of counter going on at the top here. Or is that a double? Is that 2 seconds? Yeah, just a little sweeper just to go around. And you've got a double where you've got a reverse wind back function on both of the those chronograph movements there. And this counts up to an hour. So my mistake, it doesn't have a 24-hour readout. It just has a stopwatch that allows you to count up to an hour. So if you look at the crown and the casing, let's just look at the components of the bezel first. The bezel itself is a nice shiny sort of dark royal blue going on there with a tachymeter to go on the side as well. Usually a tachymeter goes hand in hand with the second hand here is actually moving round. Yeah, the second hand's actually moving around as a second hand. Usually this tachymeter is used to calculate speed. So this second hand wouldn't move. So I've got a watch here that's got a real tachymeter usage here. So the second hand is in fact down here. And when you press this chronograph, this moves round and then obviously resets. That's the Seiko ProBex speed time, if you guys want to know. That's on my channel. I have done a review of that. So yeah, that's a bit of a sort of a design flaw, because it's a bit pointless having this tachymeter design if you're not going to use it. But it does look nice as a nice sort of addition to the actual face of the watch. That bezel does sit quite thick as well, and it actually comes out from the casing. It gives it extra thickness to the actual case diameter. Looking at the buttons and the casing, you've got a blue tinted finish to the ends of those chronograph buttons, and a stainless steel unprinted style crown. From the sound of it, is a fairly cheap crown, but what can you expect for the price? There's a bit of play as well when you push that back in place. Usually there's not. What's the date dial like? There's no difficulty in getting out to either the positions, so there is an element of quality to it. Come around the back. Got a full Benyar backplate going on there with the all stainless steel printing. Water resistant to 30 meters as well, as you can see. The actual casing itself is a 304 stainless steel case. Coming down to the strap. The strap itself is a genuine leather with quite a harsh hardness to it. It is a very, very hard strap. There's not a lot of play in it. It's almost like it's got a spine, but this I imagine will break over time, as all cheap leather does. But this is a nice official Benyar leather strap with lots of gaps here, lots of windows. These gaps allow for plenty of sort of play when it's on your wrist. So if when you wear these sort of watches tight on your wrist, these holes will stretch over time, and that will give you a more of a tailored feel to how the watch should fit on your wrist. Coming down to the clasp. The clasp itself is a full stainless steel finish with a nice standard hinge on it as well, and two little socks to hold on to that strap. So there we go, guys. That is the Benyar 5140.